Greetings, everyone, and welcome to another first impression review with the Knights of the Turntable. I have with me Joe Hova.
Hey, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah, that's about it. And no one else. We got nobody else because we're doing this like super late at night. And
Rich had to take his Metamucil and go to bed at 8:30.
he's gonna get you back for saying that about him
yeah,
too.
of course. It's in the group me anyway, so he'll see it.
True. All right, so today we are going to be talking about Meek Mill's latest album, Dreams Worth More Than Money.
Meek Mill!
Yeah. Was that you or was that him?
Both.
Word. First off, we'll talk about our reception of his previous projects. As far as Meek goes, I enjoyed them for the most part. They always had some pretty high energy tracks on there. Of course, the intros are already always flames. Mm-hmm. Production was pretty solid for the most part. And his style didn't deviate that much on his previous projects, but I mean, you kind of know what to expect when it comes to Meek Mill for real. So how about you?
You're not going to get anything like super lyrical from Meek, but on this one, like the cool thing about it is that he got more introspective on this one. And I don't know if that was like him being in jail or Lil Snoop getting killed or, whatever it may be, but it made him a little more introspective on this one. Just based off the intro alone, and there were a couple of other tracks that you could hear it.
Yeah, definitely, especially towards the end of the project. Mm-hmm. The intro, though, man, I liked the early part of the intro, mm-hmm. but when it got down to him just rapping over what they were sampling, I did not like it so much.
That's the problem with this intro is that, and he said it on Breakfast Club, that he didn't want to be just that guy who's known for intros. But, like, this intro was just too long. Like, it was entirely too long. Like, the Dreams and Nightmares intro is, like, 5 minutes and some change. But, I mean, the beat switches in that, the whole aggressive tone switch, like, that's a good-ass intro. But, like, this one is just, it's too long. And then you follow it up with a song with Swizz Beatz like it's 1999. And I'm just sitting there, I'm like, look, there's one person who always gets on my nerves when they try to do something, and it's always Swizz Beatz, because I'm like, dude, why are you still trying to rap?
I don't understand it either. I thought he had retired for the most part up until this point.
I hadn't heard. Last time I heard anything Swizz did was like
that Nas album.
Oh yeah, he was on that. Oh god, that was so bad.
Yep. Wait, no. It was the Jay-Z album actually. Magna Carta Holy Grail came out after that.
Oh yeah, that's right.
But it was Nas. It was the Nas feature though. They had all three of them on there.
The BBC. Oh god, that was a terrible song.
I did not hate that song as much as everybody else. But I definitely wish he would retire. But like, all right, so what were you about to say?
But I was gonna say, like, it kind of redeems itself, like with that third track, because it's Future and Metro Boomin, and it's like that's the problem with this project though, is like these songs are good, like they're all like pretty solid. But there's instances where it doesn't sound like that's Meek's song. That sounds like somebody else's song that they were just like, hey, I got this song, and you can have it if you want it. And that's exactly what Jump Out the Face sounds like. That's exactly what Rico sounds like, and that's exactly what the Weeknd song sounds like.
I can definitely co-sign that. But you said that it's kind of solid throughout the project. I got to disagree with you there, because one thing that kind of stuck out to me, like, all right, Meek Mill is MMG, right?
Yes.
I feel like this is one of the worst MMG production projects so far.
Really?
Like, yeah, I actually didn't like a lot of the production. And I was going into it, even if I wasn't completely entertained by Meek's rhyming, I expected to enjoy more of the beats. The Future song is straight. The beat on that All Eyes on You is straight, but man, when they hit the Biggie rhyme, I was done.
That's awful. That is so awful. Like, that song was cool. Like, I was cool with it. And I was like, it's a ladies' joint. He's rapping with his girl, whatever. And then, then they started doing the Biggie stuff. I was like, yeah, let me hit skip. But that's the other problem, too, is that there's, like, a good song and then a bad song. And a good song and a bad song. Because he follows that up with the Trillist. And the Trillist is
good. Trillist is good. I enjoyed it. That's top 3, but Honestly, I probably like 3 songs total.
And you know what's funny is like Twitter, like there were some people on Twitter, and I mean, I try to stay away from Twitter when new music drops.
Of course.
Twitter said that a lot of people on there said that they only liked about 3 or 4 songs. So you're about in the the range right there.
Gotcha. And I actually missed when this dropped on.
It's been a couple of Tuesdays.
I think I was in E3, so I probably completely missed that, or close, or coming back from it. But I know that it's actually been a while since I've been on Twitter for like an album release and seen everybody live tweet everything.
Yeah.
Everybody was getting ready for that Future this morning, and then it was Papoose.
It was a Papoose link. Oh my god, yo! Shout out to Chef because he went through that, so I didn't have to.
Word. But all right. So Trillis, yes, that was cool. Rico featuring Drake. You know what? One of the key points of this album, the features don't help at all. Other than the Future track, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
The Weeknd song, I didn't like. You're right. It sounded more like Weeknd than anything. Mm-hmm. But even then, the Rick Ross feature was trash.
I actually thought that one was okay. Like maybe it's because I stopped listening to Ross's music after the Mastermind album. Because like,
maybe so.
Well, I just heard that album. I was like, this is the same album you gave us the last 2 years. Like, and then he put out another one last fall, and I'm just like, I'm not listening to this.
So it was refreshing. Hey, Rick Ross is alive.
Exactly.
Gotcha. Oh, and Ambitions.
That was terrible. That was so
Come on, son.
Awful.
I wonder which one came first. That, like, ripping Tupac or ripping Biggie on the other song. Because that was ridiculous, dude.
Yeah.
What else? Oh, my goodness. Check. I had to skip that shit. That was easily the worst song on there for me.
That was okay, but I heard that in the gym the first time. So, like, when I was listening to it outside of the gym, it
so you was super hyped.
Yeah, like it got annoying like after when I was outside of the gym.
Yeah, that hook, because I was listening to it while I was driving, so like that's definitely not the spot to be listening to that at all. It was terrible. Oh, yeah. On Bad For You, I actually don't remember Nicki's feature. Like I'm looking at the track list now, I didn't realize she was on that.
Yeah, it's like very like minimal, I think.
I remember her verse on All Eyes on You, of course. Stand Up, Strange Enough. I don't know how you feel about that song, but that's my favorite song on the album.
That's towards the end, right? That's
the second to last one.
Yeah, that's before the Diddy one. Yeah, that one. That's probably I would put that in my favorites.
Sound wise, that's probably the most out of there for him. It didn't sound like a Meek track whatsoever, not even close. But I enjoyed it. His rhyming on there was super dope. I think that was his best lyrical performance.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, and I guess that would be like Stand Up and Trillis would be his best performances lyrically. And then Cold Hearted.
Yo, that was cool until Puff started talking.
I'm gonna hit you with the Richard Bailey one-liner. Are you ready? It's good that they called it Cold Hearted because P. Diddy was talking like he had a cold throughout the whole song. Why they didn't tell that man to clear his throat before he started talking on the mic?
Yo, and you know what? I finally got around to that track when I was at the gym tonight, and I heard it, and I was like, "This ain't Puff. Who's this?" And I looked, and I was like, "It says Diddy." I was like, "This ain't Puff. Like, who is this? Is this Meek trying to sound like Puff?" Like, I was so baffled.
That man had a hair cold talking on the mic. And it was terrible. And he's just rambling. They just gave him the mic and just said, go. Like he was so all over the place. He was talking about how people perceive you when you have money and everything, and then not want money, then it's flipped and fuck you, get money. And I was like, I didn't know what was going on. And I thought that's how the track was going to end because he was talking for so long. And then Meek started rhyming again. And I'm like, I'm tapping out, guys. Yeah, I should have ended on Stand Up. Even though the production on Cold Hearted is dope.
Yeah, the production's really good on that.
Yeah, that was definitely a good outro song. But I also felt like this album was short. I feel like his other ones were longer.
It was this was about like 12 or 13 tracks, and the other because Dreams and Nightmares, that was probably about 17 or 18, and I felt like that one was full of clutter. Like I feel like this album's better than that one. Like this one is the album Meek wanted to make. Like this is like I would put him in that category of this sophomore album is better than his freshman album.
I enjoyed that first album a lot more.
Personally. I hate it. Like there was like maybe 4 songs I liked on that first album, including.
Okay. I say a lot more. I only like 3 songs on this. Tracks off that more, the production more, and it's probably a big part of it's probably because of that intro kind of setting the tone on the last one. It was just this one. Just there weren't any songs other than Stand Up and Trillers that just pulled me in, and that would even go into a rotation after the fact. Honestly, and I don't even know how long those are going to be in rotation.
Yeah, that Jump Out the Face like instantly made my gym playlist. Like the minute I heard it, like
I knew that was gonna happen. But I'd heard that before I listened to the album though. Pieces of it at least.
See, that's I went into this album like I had heard that, and like I went into the album after that. Like I hadn't heard any singles leading up to it or anything like that.
No, I don't even know what the singles are for it.
That's one of them, and then the Chris Brown and Nicki one is the other one that's out right now.
Of course. Ugh, it's bad. What were your favorite songs?
Trillist and Jump Out the Face for sure. I think those are probably my 2 favorite.
Worst songs?
The Chris Brown and Nicki one, the one with Swizz Beatz, and probably Check.
You pretty much just narrowed it for me. That would be it. Check automatically is the worst.
Oh, I forgot Ambitions as a Rider.
Ambitions, Check, and the Swizz Beatz track. Like the All Eyes on You track was cool until the Biggie flow kicked in.
Yeah.
Oh, and also the Papoose Remy Ma trading verses part. Also, that was pretty garbage. I'm glad they didn't do that for very long. But so would you recommend Meek Mill's Dreams Worth More Than Money?
Yeah, I would recommend it. I think it's worth a spin at least. At least give it a chance.
Joe is the devil in this whole conversation, clearly, because I am not going to recommend this album. If you stream it, we're you know what? We're in a day and age where you can stream stuff. Stream it one time, you'll pull something from it. You may not. But it's definitely not worth the purchase, in my opinion. But last words?
Meek Millie. I said that as quiet as possible.
He probably can't even say it that quiet.
No. You know what's funny, though, is I did the post for his Breakfast Club interview, and that was the quietest I've ever heard him talk in my life. Since he's been on the radar, I guess.
Gotcha. All right. I'm gonna have to listen to that because I saw that old school freestyle of him in the streets, and he sounded exact same volume, everything. But thank y'all for watching the review. Hit us in the comment section. Let us know what your favorite songs were. If you've listened to it, let us know what your worst songs were. Hit the annotation in the top right if you'd like to donate to the Koalition and continue to support everything that we do. Look out for more reviews coming soon. We're probably going to do that Free Wheezy this week. And we actually kind of have a backlog of stuff. And you know what? You made that sound. I've listened to 3 songs off that Wheezy, and I already like it more than this Meek Mill album.
Oh, God. That just sounds terrible.
We'll see y'all next time.